Greatest days of my life covering softball. 60s, 70s, the sandlots of greater Cleveland.
Hey, let's take down, let's go!
What a life! I've written about most of the guys on this wall. It began late 50s, let's say 1959, in Little Joe's Bar in Lakewood.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to dedicate the field. We were going to do it outside. You can see that we can't. We're a little cramped here. Bobby Domenico come up with this idea, and it's going to work out fine, I think. We would like to say, have all of you join us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag right again. And Mayor will lead it.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now the mayor will. So we got Danny Coughlin up here, who has been instrumental in keeping this organization alive for 15 years. He does all our banquets. We'll do a lot of thanking for all you people. When we get to the hall, you all know we're going for dinner right after this at 12:30 at Tizano's Party Center on 260. There's naps available out here for you, those that don't know how to get there. We'll be serving around 12:30. Please come. The meals are already paid. This is Chuck Webster. He was one of our early reporters in the Plain Deal, who you see his articles spread all over here along with Coughlin's, and he helped negotiate our contract with the city of Euclid, with the mayor, and through Debbie LeBaron, who was lauded up to them, which really took the pressure off us. And my daughter, who did the bulk of work here and had to listen to me for 2 years. Has been my sidekick for 15 years and had to listen to me for that. And my ball player there, the double-edged sword here, so to speak, because the mayor's here as a mayor, but he's also here as a ball player who he truly loves. So I'm just going to turn it over to him and have him dedicate this field for us. Then browse all you want, 12:30 over at Party Center. All right, thank you.
But first, don't you want to hear Dan Coughlin sing the national anthem?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to spare everybody that. This, if anybody ever had a dream come true, it is Buddy Michael. He lived. Those words up there, he lived by those words. The memories will never die. What a fantastic museum this is. And that led to a problem in getting it done. But he said that several guys would say, yeah, I'm coming over Saturday, Carl. I'm coming over Thursday. They walk in, wow. Now they're reading. And they're reading. 4 hours go by, they haven't done a damn thing. They're still reading. That's why it took 2 years. If everybody had stopped reading, would have been done in 2 months. But you don't want to rush something like this, because the memory is forever. Mayor, back to you.
Thank you. Mr. Coughlin. This is a historic place in the city of Euclid. This building was built for the beginning of the Sims administration in the late 1930s by the WPA. And I can tell you, thanks to Buddy and his volunteers, it has not looked this good since Ken Sims moved in 1938. The first floor, I do want to direct your attention to the first floor where the city offices were for 50 years. They have been fixed up through the diligence of the Public Buildings Department. So let's give the Public Buildings Department left by Kelly Carroll and Eddie Valencia for great. Now, this room was where the council debated matters for 50 years, and it was always very interesting. Now it's even more interesting and more colorful that we have the Softball Hall of Fame in these council chambers, and I don't think many people have seen this room without the drop ceiling in more than 35 years. And the pièce de résistance in this room is the fact we can see the original ceiling again. And that again was due to the skill and the work of Buddy and the volunteers, because this is a great space in the city of Euclid. I do want to thank publicly the judge and the law director at the time who worked so hard to work out the details with your esteemed counsel, Mr. Webster, Judge LeBaron. Debbie, thank you very much. The city council, we wouldn't be here without the approval and support of the city council. They had to approve the lease, and that was one of the best decisions they made, and I want to welcome the senior member of the city council, the dean of the city council. She is not a bad pinch hitter in her own way, Councilwoman at Large, D. Fay Miller. Our Ward 2 Councilwoman, Meg McGarry. And some kind of relative of Denny Valencic, Councilwoman at Large, Beverly Valencic. I have brought a resolution. We can read it over at Tizano's later because you got so much to read on your own. But it's the formal resolution by the City Council observing the dedication of this very special facility. So I want to present this to Mr. Budzik, and the secretaries in the Law Department were able to lay it out so that each and every member of the Hall of Fame is listed on this resolution. And I brought copies to pass those on to the members of the Hall of Fame to see that the City Council has saluted them. So Ted, congratulations and thank you for everything. We also have a special dignitary from the State House, a pretty mediocre softball player like myself, State Representative Ed Juris. Ed? And I'm probably happy to do this. The only way I, as a player, would ever get into the Hall of Fame is by becoming the landlord. But I do want to thank my owner, who I played with for the last 15 years, one of the typical great sponsors of a softball team, Jack Murphy from Tradewin. Jack? I want to thank Director Janet Conson and Channel 51 for coming out to tape this. It will be open to the public on April 22nd. We're ready, willing, and able to help promote this with the Softball Hall of Fame. And I'd like to ask Bob Domenico and Tony De Niro to come up here as two directors who helped so much to help me cut the ribbon. Bob, Tony?
I don't want you people to think that I forgot to people easy. He just stole my thunder. I was going to do it over there. I didn't forget you, Tom. What about it?
Ready? You gotta be here. And with the snip of the scissors, I am proud and pleased to dedicate you don't have a good side, the Euclid home of the Softball Hall of Fame. Play ball. I hit this one, yeah, with my eyesight. Thank you all for coming. Congratulations to all the Hall of Famers. Thank you, and God bless the volunteers who did an incredible job in this space. It's going to be a highlight here. Euclid is known as a great softball community. This makes it even a little bit better. So thank you all for coming, and I'll see you at Tizano's. And thank you one more time, Buddy Langdon and the Hall of Fame for what they've done.
Eddie, I'd like you to come up here. We're making him an honorary Hall of Famer today. Big Eddie. Can you walk a little faster, Eddie? Come on. We haven't got all day here. Why the hell do they call you Big Eddie anyway?
54 years old, what do you want?
It says on the plaque, Eddie, you were always ready to help. Thank you, buddy. And that's it. Can you say thank you?
Well, you good bunch of guys to work with.
Get up here close and talk.
And I'll do it all over again.
All right.
Thank you.
One more. A lot of you know that my daughter worked with me day and night up there, went through a lot of personal problems, and still found time to help me. Gave me a chance, probably would have never had, to know her as closely as I did, and hopefully her and me. It was a very good time with her. We'll make her an honorary Hall of Famer. She's already an honorary daughter. Now I'm going to make her an honorary Hall of Famer. Sharon Michael. Come on, can't you walk in? Why do they call you Small Sharon? It says on the plaque, you were the biggest part. Thank you, Dad. I heard him say on TV, he says he loves baseball, but he's no Joe DiMaggio. But DiMaggio never loved it or played any harder than this mayor. Go ahead.
Not Joe DiMaggio, Carl Yastrzemski, I think. We have a resolution I want to present to Ted Budzik, and I do want to thank the City Council. Councilwoman McGarry's here. Meg, thanks for coming today, and Councilwoman Miller. The City Council is, I think, very proud, as I am, of what the Softball Hall of Fame has brought to Old City Hall through the efforts of Buddy Langdon, his family, and all of the volunteers and the donors. Now, the Public Buildings Department did a nice job down on the first floor, as we saw when we were over there earlier this morning. But the second floor shines, it's colorful, it's interesting, and it's, I think, a fitting memorial to the people that made softball what it is in Greater Cleveland. Now, Euclid is Baseball City, USA, but we also have more than 100 teams playing softball. Many of the great players in the Softball Hall of Fame have played in Euclid, and we wanted to honor this, and the City Council was kind enough to pass this resolution. And it says, a resolution commemorating the opening on April 8, 2000 of the Greater Cleveland Slow Pitch Softball Hall of Fame, which has made its home on the renovated second floor of Old City Hall. The Hall of Fame is a tribute to the accomplishments of more than 100 men and women on and off the softball fields of Greater Cleveland. The persons associated with the Hall of Fame have done a wonderful job of renovating the second floor, as we all saw. And whereas the people of Euclid are proud to welcome the Greater Cleveland Slow Pitch Softball Hall of Fame, its members, its sponsors, and its guests to its new permanent home next to Memorial Park, which is home to Euclid Recreation's 5 softball programs. You know, in Euclid, not only do we have the Rayer Hall and the East Side Irish American Club and the North Street Historical Museum and the Friends of the Hen Mansion and the Cleveland-style Polka Hall of Fame, but we are the city of Hall of Fames, and now today we welcome this newest and most fun, in my opinion, as the Softball Player Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame joins the Cleveland-style Polka Hall of Fame and all of the other legendary local landmarks as a key part of the Euclid community. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Euclid, State of Ohio, that this council and this administration hereby welcome and thank the Greater Cleveland Slow Pitch Hall of Fame. We wish you the best of luck, the best of success for many, many years to come. Now, Section 2 is something I'm proud of. The clever typists in the law department have managed to fit each and every member of the Hall of Fame into Section 2, starting with Stan Altman and ending with Jane Bolden. And this resolution commemorating this special occasion is hereby presented to your President, Ted Budzik, with my gratitude, my thanks, and my best wishes.
I'd just like to thank the mayor, his council, and Bob Domenico, Tony, all the individuals from the city of Euclid that really made this Hall of Fame a reality. Thanks again, Mayor. Appreciate it.
I would be remiss if I didn't tell you about a few people that didn't come here. Al Winton, our artist, and his wife went through a tough time, but they did all them portraits up there you saw behind the screen. I want to thank him. Not only as an artist, he's a good friend of mine. And I'm going to miss a few people here, but I've talked to all of you individually over the last year. You know how I feel about you. If I miss a name here or two, I miss a name or two. That's all. What can I tell you? But I want to thank the crew, the city crew of Brian Klung and Mike Fortunato and John Trzynski. They, under Denny and Tony Tenero, and they renovated all those windows in there. Those windows are back to what originally they were. They took months and months to do that, and that's really what started all the renovation for all of us there. I want to thank them. They did a lot for me. All my bosses that looked the other way when I was making a phone call or something, they know who they are. I appreciate that. And I want to thank our caterers tonight, Steve and Mike Tizano. Both, by the way, are in the Hall of Fame as backers. The food was terrific, and to accommodate us by moving everything up a half hour, 40 minutes, is really meant a lot to us. Also, I'd like to thank Denise Ellenbest, who did the bar scene there, which was looked very authentic, we thought. Many guys tried to grab a couple of them bottles there. And of course, I'm going to miss the people. Just let me have a second to look through this list. None of this, of course, can be done without the monies. We all know that. You can have great ideas, but without the monies, they go nowhere. Shelley Hoffman, George Opalich, Mark Longo, Dwyer from Mullen Export. I keep calling him Eddie Dwyer. I talk to him every night, can't remember his name. Glenn Dwyer. Without those people, and a bunch of other ones, people that ad books for us and that, but Shelley and Mark, whatever I needed, they took so much pressure off, it was unreal. I thank them. I'll always thank them. Every time they go up there, they can remember that I'm thanking them again. So if I forgot anybody, I'm saying collectively thank you. Enjoy some more food if you care to. Have a few drinks, and thank you all for being part of it. And of course, I always forget my wife. That's what I did when my Hall of Fame thing. But she does all the writing. 15 years of aggravation, all that stuff. And this doesn't mean I'm not mad at you, Mar. This is just a public cleansing, so to speak. All right. First time they've ever been their names have been publicly put so that somebody could know who they actually are. These are actual people. They did all the bulk, dirty work there. And some of them guys deserve to do that kind of work, you know. Oh, Tony. Forgot Tony. Told you I'd forget. From Fine Line. There's another guy did everything. He made those fine books for us, both halves of that book. He donates time and money. Is unbelievable. And his beautiful wife, and her name is Phyllis. Got it right, Phil. God bless all of you. Thank you.